Hello guys, in this video I'll show you how to make your own WRTI sound mod to War Thunder, and uh, it basically is either the voice warning system or GPWS, which is ground proximity warning system, but it's basically warning system of whatever kind. So the first thing you want to do is actually download the WRTI program, which you can find on this page. As you can see, I have Windows, but you can use Linux or however that is pronounced. Okay. And basically, I just need this file, WTRTI.exe, which I copied. Now I'll create a new folder, which I'll name test. Now I have to paste this program itself, and now I open it. Now all the folders will appear, but you only actually need those two, profiles and sounds, which are the most like the backbones of it. So now the folder sounds is actually empty, and the folder sounds is where the sounds come from, the sound files. I have prepared two files, which I'll have to find. Right, bong and ding, I think. Yeah, bong and ding. Don't mind the names; they're just easy to find since it basically name reflects the sound. But anyway, the WRTI works on a very simple. If value is something, then play sounds. The sound is played. Sorry, the sound is played. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's say you want to know how many G's the pilot is pulling. So first you have to select the value, and the warning basically works on the principle of alert. So this is the window alert. You have to click add and select some value. So I'll select the value of minimum of 8 G's, in this case 8 G's. So it will work on the value of like 9 G's, 10 G's, and so on. The default is to repeat the sound, but I don't wish to. And let's say ding as my warning. Another trick up my sleeve is actually to change the color of the value presented, which can be whatever you want. You can even do dark purple, green, yellow, and grayish. But to keep it simple, I'll just use red. But you can do whatever you want. Right. You can also change the name from low G factor in the short of LD F to, let's say, G-force, which I actually do in every of my sound mods, which you can find at WT Live at the dash WRTI in the sounds, sorry. Apply. To save it, you actually need to press this button and create a new profile in the folder profiles, which saves in the code, save the code of this whole process. I'll just add one more. Let's say, for example, you want to know if your air brake is fully deployed. So, alert, fully deployed means 100%. Yeah, 100%. And to make it colorful and something, I'll just add blue color. So, and change the name from this to air brake, since I have the space to do it. But sometimes you don't. And another trick up my sleeve is actually to show it or don't show it. So the first option is to show it regardless of if the value is available or unavailable, or has some value. But I choose to show it. But if my plane or helicopter doesn't have an air brake, I'll choose to select this, since it actually well hides it from the, let's say, heads up display. And yeah, I like this. And I do not wish to see the value if it is fully retracted. So if the value equals 0, it will disappear. And I need to save it. And that's your backbone. I actually forgot to set the position of the values. For this size, I'll just add 900, 0900, since it won't be a problem. It will be set around the video 1 text. It will be on the bottom left corner, which doesn't interfere with stuff like RWR or radar or vanilla HUD. I have actually used the RWR as warning system to clearly show you how it's supposed to work. Okay. As you can see, the only G-force value is currently being showed, since I wish to hide the brake value if the value equals 0. So now it is fully retracted, and I want to extend air brake. And as you heard, and as you saw, the air brake works, and works by showing you the color and playing the sound of the, let's say, big, soft sound, and I retract. And now you'll hear the sharp sound of ORG. Yeah. So once again, the color changes and the sound is being. Right, now something different is to be made, which is just a bit more complicated than like simple alerts. So I want to add an alert to the angle of attack. If the angle of attack is more than 20, but it depends on the critical speed. So if the critical speed is below, let's say 25% of critical airspeed, sound is played, which I've extracted from the War Thunder. It's just a vanilla sound, and I wanted to have different colors, let's say, and it will be blinking, or it will be flashing, let's say. It won't be repeated, but you can actually do if the value. Well, no, the hell is that? Okay, the AOA, the angle of attack. If the angle of attack is more than 20, if the critical speed is below the 25%, there will be sound played. The sound will be played. Well, I didn't even change the test drive since it all can be done in one test drive actually, but some values may not work on some aircraft, so be aware of that. Okay, so the speed is far below 25%, and now all I have to do is pull up the AOA to 20, and as you can see, it flashes as hell right there. I've set the vanilla sound, so don't be fooled by the sound. As I said, it could be helpful in many aerial situations like dogfights, and especially if they are low to the ground and they are low and slow. It gives you many, let's say, alerts and warnings, which are very much helpful, which I'll show you in a minute.
Перегрузка предельная. Предельный угол атаки.
That was over-G, and a second ago was AOA warning. Some values, alerts will pop up. It's because it's not a bug and it's not a feature. It is a bug, but it's not really my fault since the spawn mechanic is actually
Перегрузка предельная.
not really modeled very well, so it's chaotic, and that's why. When the gear is lowered, the sound is played. Same sound used on the air brake a second ago. A few minutes ago. Air brake, flaps, gear. Yeah, those sounds. It gives like the raw information about the aircraft flying, like the gear, and like the data.
Предельный угол атаки.
The G-force, the altitude, the climb, but actually advise you to visit the WT Live on #WTRTI and check this model.
Скорость предельная. Сбрось обороты левого двигателя.
Yeah, I think that'll be all. And